everyone, it's Mish here and welcome to my channel. I'm glad you stopped by. If you're new, I hope you come back, and for those of you who keep coming back, I just really enjoy seeing your comments, and it, like I said in other videos, it kind of feels like a true sense of community. So today I'm going to be doing, you may recognize my Margarete Miller collage book that I've been using. Today is week 8, and that would be hashtag 2024 CW8. I do have a whole playlist from 2023 too, if you're interested in that kind of this kind of collage. And I do have all the other videos of the pages that I've done already in this playlist, which is the Margarete Miller, I think it's Collage 2024. Yeah. So when I was trying to find some inspiration for this, so I guess the prompts are an accessory you wear, a ticket, the title of a book in your bookshelf, a vegetable plant or part of one, something related to coffee, and a bonus is lace. Immediately I went to the book because ever since I think I was in the womb, I was a book person. So I kind of was looking at my bookcase, and I have this little bullet journal that I use frequently just to write down, I don't know, some doodles and TV series that I'm watching. And this is one part of a series that I have on books on my bookshelf. And I kind of thought maybe I would do something like that. It's just kind of create a little bookshelf. And this is so easy to draw. It's basically just little rectangles. And then I've got my authors there. So I kind of started with something like that, and I did create, which is all cut up now, but I did create a little, kind of like a bookcase thingy, and then decided I wasn't liking that. But also on the bookcase, I found this book, which is, I don't know when it was. I'm not exactly sure the publication date. Maybe, well, it was after 1905, but it was in the early 1900s that this book was issued. And it's all about the San Francisco earthquake and fire. But the thing that, why it's on my bookcase is because I found this in my grandmother's house, and this was a kind of a scrapbook that she kept of newspaper clippings, things at the time in the newspaper. There were lots of little devotionals, so she kind of kept a lot of stuff that she clipped. So yeah, so I was just kind of thinking how funny that her and I were so alike in so many ways. And here I am, almost with the same, I guess it's not the same color, but doing a collage, collaging in a book. But, okay, so to start, for my book, a title of a book, I actually copied on my printer a couple pages. One is from Jane Eyre, which is my, one of my all-time favorite books, and the other is Wuthering Heights. I went to the thrift store here a few months ago, and I actually got an issue of Wuthering Heights from 1947. So I was really chuffed that I found that. I am going to leave a little tuck spot on the side. Whether it works out or not, I'm not sure. Just because I like to have a place to keep my prompt right in behind the collage. It's just something that I do. Some people put it on the other side, like create a one-sided page, but I just kind of, excuse my head if my head gets in the way, I like having just a little spot that I can tuck that in after, and then I can find it later. So yeah, so I'm just going to use this just to get some background down. And just to kind of break up the background that's there. There's already some print there. I could have left the Charlotte's Web, but I wasn't feeling that, so I just wanted to cover up Okay, and then I went to my scrap bin and I just found some pieces of scrap that I thought will just dot around the page. So just to pop a little bit of color in the background. So maybe we'll stick this up in that corner. We're into February. Wow. Wowzers. I used to be one. I live in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And we can have, you know, some dark days throughout November, December, you know, and January can be a dreary, depressing month. But I've learned to, like, it doesn't bother me anymore. And I think it's because I do things now that I don't want to cover up the Wuthering Heights, to help me through, to get through that sort of dark days. And one thing is fairy lights. They're on like a little copper brass wire, and they're just wee little lights. And I've got those kind of at the top of my ceilings. So in the evening, it makes this really cozy little glow. And, you know, it's not that expensive. And it really gives you the sense of hygge, which if you saw one of my other collages, you'll understand what I mean by that. So that helps, is just to have that little cozy lighting. And I've turned into a person that I think I could live in the polar night, to be honest. So with my prompts over here, another of the prompt is lace. So I'm using lace doilies, and these aren't real lace, but I'm still, that's my interpretation of lace. So for right now, I'm just kind of tacking things down, and then I can decide later if I want to move it. And if I do want to move it, then it's easier. It'll be easier for me to tuck things under and move things around if I want to. So that's kind of a background. Let's see if we can work with that. So the next thing is title of a book. So I got those titles, but when I was telling you that I was creating this little bookshelf, I did kind of draw out some books that are actually on my shelf, like Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights, Little Women, Pride and Prejudice. So I thought I'd use that in the collage, and it's a little part of me too. And you don't really have to be an artist to put like a few little illustrations or something into the collage. I think it just, I don't know, it's kind of nice looking back and seeing some real things that are meaningful to you. And I think that's what the collage is all about, is when you look back at it, that you really like what you look at, and maybe finding some meaning. An accessory that you wear. Well, I have these printouts. I don't even know where I got them. I got them, I think, off Etsy, but I'm not sure. And they come in these, I think they're more for a digital notebook, or Good Notes, which is like an application thingy. But they had all these little accessories and pieces of furniture that I was doing a little mini journal that I thought would come in handy. But I found her, and she's wearing a little scarf, and I don't know if boots would be an accessory, but there's a little hat. Oh no, I've got another thing for I was thinking, where did the hat go? But she does have some accessories on. So I thought that I really like this little image, and it just kind of reminded me of, you know, I don't think she looks cold. I think she just looks comfy, maybe, with her little scarf on. So I kind of thought that could be sitting on the bookcase. And I had cut out, which I've probably lost on my desk because that's the way it happens. If I find it, another little book to kind of put behind her. It was kind of like a little open book, if I find it. So then something related to coffee. Well, for me, something related to coffee is hanging out with friends, because I typically just love having like going for coffee with my friends. That's just such a cozy winter feel for me too, because I tend to drink more hot drinks in the winter than in the summer, although coffee is my life. So I kind of thought this really depicted coffee for me, is kind of sitting, having a chat, having your little coffee. The other kind of coffee thing is I have this little image of a coffee cup with some flowers, and I thought that would be lovely. But okay, and I know I'm flopping around here, but so I have this ticket, which also matches the is one of the prompts. So I thought if I could get this off, which lately I used to have no problem getting these sticker fronts off, but sometimes, because I kind of thought that would kind of go there with that little collage there. And then my plant or vegetable, well, I'm still on this little bit of an orange kick. So I just love pumpkins. And in my office, on my bookcase, I have this little flippy thing that has photos, and you can flip it and have different photos. And the other day I was flipping through it, and I have a picture just of pumpkins, and it's been there for like a long time. So I've got this thing for pumpkins. So I kind of thought that would work there. And then I have another little thing just showing the different squashes. And in the winter time, and in the summertime too, but more in the winter, I make squash soup or pumpkin soup. Like, I eat it a lot, and I'm saying at least a couple times a week. It's so easy. I make it up in batches and freeze it, and then I can have it as a work lunch, or on the weekends if I'm in the craft room and all of a sudden I'm starving, I can just go and heat up my pumpkin soup. So I kind of thought that might go up in that corner. So I just want to get that tacked down there. And I wanted to use some of the tealy colors, because that's what was in the other parts of my collage. The other thing that I had for accessories, and this is what I was thinking about the hat, is I actually have some hat and mittens, and it came from the same sort of set. So I thought we would put some little hat and mittens over there somewhere, because we're going to go on a journey. We're going to get on the train, although there's no trains, there's no dayliners now in Nova Scotia. There used to be when I was younger. The train used to go up and down the province every day. Excuse me, I just had to take a drink. So I'm kind of thinking, I'm looking around my desk to see if, oh, I know, I wanted to put maybe a couple little other tickets. Maybe I think I'll put them, like, make a little background for the little pumpkin. Like maybe something like that. I think that might be cute. And then I can take my date stamp and I can stamp one of the tickets. So I wanted to get that right about there. So Valentine's Day is coming up. Any of you guys do anything special for Valentine's? We don't really. We might, like, not on Valentine's Day because it's so busy in the restaurants and stuff, but we might get a meal or something. But otherwise we don't really make a big song and dance of it. I think that's too high. So I'm going to take that off. And maybe like so. It just doesn't look right proportionally. It just looks like there's too much sticking out the top. So if I do this, but I don't want it sticking out the bottom. So alternatively, we can stick it in behind there. Sometimes I seem to faff around with things a lot, but that's better there. So we'll stick that one there. And then put that back down. So I'm off on a few days off now, which I'm so happy about. I haven't got groceries for like a couple weeks. So I need to run over to Costco this morning. And that's a pain in the butt. But needs must, and I do like their fruit. They have a good selection of produce compared to like the Superstore or Sobeys. So I do tend to like to go over and get some green grapes. And okay, so I'm kind of happy with that part. I did have some other tickets that I had a ticket strip. And I was wondering maybe one of these green tickets. This just came out of a paper pad, I think. I'm kind of thinking, no, I like that. So I'm going to put this journey thing down. I don't really care if we see all of this ticket or not. It's basically just to kind of break up the background a bit. Do I want it on top? Yeah. So put it about there. And then we can get our little accessories down. Then I'm thinking, how about, oh no, that might go good over here with this little coffee cup. Let's see. Chester, he's flaked out on the craft table, thankfully, because he's been a royal pain this morning. He's just, sometimes he just doesn't settle. So I'm going to use, I think, the bottom of this as sort of a grounding thing for this cup. Although it looks better up a bit. I think that looks better there. Okay, and then I can put kind of that there. I also have the yellow ones. Can't quite see that. So that might work. To have like a couple tickets there. Yeah, kind of like that. So we'll just cut out our notches. Today the sky is leaden, so there's just no sky. It's all just gray, everything. A typical winter's day. We had a little dusting of snow yesterday, but nothing to complain about. So I like those little X and O's there. Yeah, so I kind of like that. I think that'll add a little something, something. So let's get that down. Collaging is just so fun. And as I've said before, when you start to do collage, every time you see a magazine or a book, it's like you're cutting stuff out and grabbing it. I still need, oh, I know what I was going to do. I was thinking that I've got this little image of some coffee beans, which might go. I also have this other coffee cup, but I think, or this little one, which might work. No. Because it does need a little something more, maybe here. I have another little image of a pumpkin, but I didn't want it really to be all about the pumpkins. Well, maybe I'll cut this up. Oh, the other thing that I had is a long time ago, gosh, I've had these for quite a while, I got a little package of stickers, which are, I don't know, they're all coffee related, I think. And they have, like, there's a coffee cup, there's a coffee, oh, that might be nice, a coffee plant, oh, those would be nice. Some coffee bean plants. And I think they would add some greenery to the backgrounds. Oh, that would be perfect. I think that just adds a little something something to there, don't you think? I've already got a coffee cup. I could put more coffee cups or a percolator. There's another coffee bean sticker. There. There's one. And there's one. And there's some cups there. Oh, there's some good choices there. Okay. I didn't really look through those. I just threw them in the thingy. So I definitely want this one. So we'll endeavor to get the backs off these things. And I do like just placing them randomly. So that's cute there. And then I do like that one there. I like that too, but I've got like a little bit of brown at the top. So if I put in some more brown, for me, yeah, because then we've got like that, and then we'll have one like down there. So I think that'll work. But I want to put more brown kind of at the bottom, so then it won't seem too top heavy with brown. And I think this is a good one. So I think that, oh, itchy nose. I think that that's it. If I can get this off without causing you guys to become impatient. Like, just get it off already. Okay, so maybe there, like, or maybe a little bit, maybe somewhere totally random, like up here. Sometimes it's just about finding the right spot. I kind of like it there. I think I'll put it there. But I think I will put another little something up there. And then we have like a little trail that maybe will draw your eye down the page a bit. And I do like that this one. So let's see, we've got accessories that you wear, we have tickets, we have the title of a book. So I did end up covering up Wuthering Heights, but I know it was there, and Jane Eyre's is there, as well as a bunch of book titles here. We have our vegetable plant, which is here. We've got some things related to coffee, which are things like friendship, companionship, as well as the coffee cups and the beans and the plants. And we have a little lacy doily. So I thank you guys a lot for hanging out with me today. If you did like this, then please give me a like and subscribe if you haven't. I love seeing your support and building my channel, which is awesome. And until we meet again, I hope you are safe and well, and bye for now.